St. Irenaeus of Lyons, he made the analogy, he said, Scripture is like a mosaic. It's like a mosaic of Christ. Every Bible verse, if you will, right? Every passage of the Old and New Testaments is a single tile, a single mosaic stone that's part of this intricate mosaic that when seen according to the proper interpretation, you get the image of Christ, right? You see Christ in that. The problem is, and this is where St. Irenaeus, who was, of course, arguing against Gnostics at the time, people who, just like modern day heretics, schismatics, and cults, use the Scriptures to their own interpretations, their own ends. They're using the same Scriptures, right? We're all talking about the same Bible verses. What happens is when you get people like Martin Luther, John Calvin, and Zwingli, they're using, sure, the same tiles mostly, but they start moving them around and they start changing things here and there. And you start getting images that look different. If you go so far as to say, you get an image, it starts to look like this. St. Irenaeus says, like a fox, right? You get something completely and totally wrong, such as with the LDS faith or the Jehovah's Witnesses, right? You could go even so far as to say oneness Pentecostals, etc. Look, we all know what happens. Some groups, like our deconstructionists, get it totally wrong. You've got your crazy heretics running around, and their mosaic looks something like this. And still other groups, progressive Christians, this is what their mosaic looks like, right? Utterly simplistic, totally wrong, and simply an imagination of what they think it ought to be. Is it kind of up to everyone in every denomination to kind of move the tiles around however they see fit? You know, the Calvinists are going to kind of put these tiles more in this area because they think these are more important. And our Anabaptists are going to kind of move the tiles more this way. You know, and our non-denominational, big church evangelicals are going to kind of move the tiles this way. What are you ending up with? Whatever it is, you're calling it Christianity, but it's not the Christianity of the history of the church. Those of you that would like to learn more about Orthodoxy and the church that St. Irenaeus was actually part of, by the way, he was ordained by Polycarp. The church that Irenaeus was a bishop in still exists to this day, and you can be part of it. The mosaic of Christ is still boldly proclaimed and preserved